Hello, everyone. Coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show, presents the SmackDown Ring Report. Coming up, here are some of the matches, and we run down some of the matches and segments throughout SmackDown tonight. Let's get to this right here, right now. The Women's Elimination Chamber. United States Women's Champion Julia, Alexa Bliss, and Zelina collide in a Elimination Chamber triple threat qualifying match. Which one of these three women will advance on to the Elimination Chamber? We'll see coming up. Speaking of that, women's tag team action as well. Rhea Ripley, and Io Sky, the women's tag team champions, defend the titles against Nia Jackson, Last Legend. And Nia Jackson, Last Legend, get an upset victory over the reigning, fighting, defending champions. We'll see. Speaking of championships, women's titles, the Women's World Championship. Jade Cargill defends the WWE Women's title against rival Jade Cargill. Jordan Grace. Jordan Grace been a thorn in Jade Cargill's side. And Jade Cargill now tonight can find a way to get all that pent up rage and that frustration out tonight. We'll see if Jordan Grace can outmatch the champ. We'll see coming up. Well as this, Trick Williams takes on Ray Phoenix one-on-one. We'll see Trick Williams versus Ray Phoenix. As the Trick Williams been bullying Ray Phoenix quite some time. And now Trick Williams now getting himself into potential. We'll see about that coming up as well. But the main event, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, Jacob Fatu, the Samoan Werewolf, and Sami Zayn will battle for the right to enter the deadly Elimination Chamber. Man, Elimination Chamber is getting more and more crazy with these contenders. Which one of these three will emerge victorious? We get the Pro Wrestling Show started right here, right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, as always, Kendrick Dixie. Glad you join us on the Pro Wrestling Show. Joining that conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is here. Tell a friend. Call a friend. Hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Let's not waste no time whatsoever. We're going to also talk about this in Wrestling Hot Topic. Little TNA stuff for No Surrender, what happened. We'll talk about that. Mickey James returning back. Then Mickey James back. Who keeps calling Mickey James to come to TNA? But we will get to that coming up a little bit later on the show, so stick around with us on that. All right, let's get down to the nitty-gritty on the SmackDown Ring Report. Here on SmackDown, we want to talk about this right here. SmackDown ended last week with Randy Orton advancing on to the Men's Elimination Chamber. Who's going to join Randy Orton in making his way to WrestleMania? Well, we know that Jacob Fatu wants to be considered. Jacob Fatu coming in. Don't get me wrong. Jacob Fatu is the breakout star, and I want him to be added in that championship match. It makes things refresh and new. A triple threat match for the championship, perhaps Cody, Jacob, and Drew for the title. I don't want Jacob Fatu to win. I'm more crazy about Jacob Fatu winning. We'll see. Well, Tiffany Stratton made it clear that she wants, on her road to WrestleMania, Tiffany Stratton wants to win the WWE Women's Championship back. She lost it to Jade. Now she came back at the Royal Rumble, and Tiffany Stratton had her eyes set on becoming the champion once again. But Tiffany Stratton is going to have to go through the Women's Elimination Chamber in order to, well, I think she advanced. She advanced, but she wants to make it clear that she wants to be women's champion one step at a clock. We'll see if she can get there. But speaking of that, the WWE Women's Championship was on the line. You see right here, Jade Cargill defending the championship against Jordan Grace. Jordan Grace has been a thorn in the side of Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill, the women's champion, was trying to shake that monkey off her back. And Jade Cargill did so tonight. Jade Cargill did shake that monkey off her back by defeating Jordan Grace. Easy matchup that was, but I think Jordan Grace playing the filler. But Tiffany Stratton may have to relive where she got to go again. Well, Jade Cargill's the champion again. But Liv Morgan coming out there Liv Morgan wasn't impressed. Liv Morgan wasn't impressed by the women's champion. Liv Morgan and Jay told her that if you come after her, you come for the championship, that she's gonna make sure she's gonna leave you like how she did Jade tonight. I think kind of see that we're seeing a lot of testes going on. Also, too, Liv Morgan was celebrating Valentine's Day a little bit earlier than expected. She did. But Dominic Mysterio giving her champagne, roses, and a treat for Valentine's Day to show their love for each other as well. So we see how that went down. As we saw, so we see a lot of stuff going on. Well, we get to this right here. Alexa Bliss in the middle, taking on um, taking on Julie, the women's U.S. champion, Zelina. One of these petite women will get the job done to move on to the women's elimination chamber match. Well, we saw, and how we saw tonight, Alexa Bliss earns herself a spot. I'm gonna show you right quick. Alexa Bliss joins Charlotte, Rhea Ripley. Well, I mean, she joins Rhea Ripley, Tiffany Stratton, and Alexa Bliss. All three enter the women's elimination chamber. We'll see if Charlotte gonna qualify next week, but now we know how all this is coming around. Alexa Bliss on her match tonight. Alexa Bliss did so tonight. Alexa Bliss raised her hand in a token of victory. One thing about Alexa Bliss, she won. I think she won the very first women's elimination chamber match, if you recall, in 2018. Yeah, 2018. And she won it. And Alexa Bliss knows a thing or two about winning chambers, so she can do it again by winning and being number one contender for the women's championship. We can see. I wanna watch that match back again. Made me think about it. We'll see. But speaking of that, Tiffany Stratton, right here, Tiffany Stratton. See Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton getting a confrontation with Chelsea. What's going on? It's Chelsea can't wrestle no more, and she got a leg injury. She's kind of like a lot of controversy going on with Chelsea about her feet and stuff, but kind of see Chelsea Green trying to be the bully as well. So we see how that went. Well, we go to this right here. The WWE Women's Tag Team titles were on the line. It's Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, the Women's Tag Team Champions, defending their gold against Last Legend and Nia Jax. These two powerhouse women wanted some gold. They really wanted some gold tonight, and they did so by putting the tag team titles on the line. They did. Yes, they did. See right here, Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax was trying to go for it, but it was a free fall out there. Mad Legend trying to just get her you know what we saw. But hey, we saw it tonight. As we see, and as you see right here, Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. And we want to show you what went down. I think they went down or something like that. I think Rhea Ripley and so we saw that tonight. I think we did. I think Nia Jax went down tonight. I think she did. Oh, I guess we saw with that. That was chaotic. So we see a lot of chaotic stuff went down tonight. And that women's tag team title match. So I guess we're no winner. I guess that was the case. Also, too, Trick Williams was in action. Trick Williams went against Ray Phoenix. Trick Williams taking down Ray Phoenix to get the win with the win with that knee lift move. He did so tonight. Trick Williams in his action as well. Also, too, Oba Fenby made a rare appearance. He's going to be going against Kit Wilson. Kit Wilson was calling Oba Fenby toxic. Oba Fenby said, "What you gonna do about it?" And told Kit Wilson to meet him in the ring, and the general manager agreed. So they're gonna have a match next week, 1-on-1. So we'll see that Oba Fenby versus Kit Wilson. Will Oba make his appearance on SmackDown? We'll see. Also, too, we see that John Guerrero still depressed over Tommaso Ciampa leaving WWE and went straight to AEW. I think see he ain't really got nobody, and I think he made Candice LeRae mad because he didn't really want to acknowledge Candice with Candice and his wife being that way. But this Candice LeRae got to pick up the peaches as we go. Also, too, right here, we see Carmelo Hayes, the U.S. champion, being courted by a lot of folks. Won a U.S. championship offer from Matt Cardona and Paulo Cruz. Everybody's trying to jock into position to get a championship match against Carmelo Hayes, but they was in a huge 10-man tag team match. Them and Shinsuke Nakamura against Solo Sikoa's MTFs. Didn't turn out the MTFs won, but the Wyatts came out there to remind the MTFs that they got the gold, and so the gold really ain't showing around. So we see how that went down. But I mean, SmackDown was so all right with certain points, and they had some points that they got to attend to work on and stuff. This is the part right here we were supposed to show you right here. With the MFTs retaining the tag team championships right here. I want to show you that one more time over a huge 10-man tag team match MFTs. And also too, this is the part we were supposed to show you right here with Nia Jax get pancake over Io Sky. A lot of stuff is going down tonight. Well, it's going down next week, as we could get a jump start into the feud between Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes. Both of them were running buddies. They're going to kind of go against Damian Priest. Who's going to emerge victorious? I kind of know who he is. I think Damian is going to come out victorious, and that is going to lead to a feud between Carmelo and Trick for the U.S. Championship moving forward. So we'll see that match as well heading towards our way. Well, we get to this, the main event. The main event of the evening was Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Cody Rhodes, and Sami Zayn. These three men wanted to be at WrestleMania. Sami won a shot at the World Championship, as well as Cody wants to regain the championship back. Which one of these three men was going to do it in a high stakes, last minute, last ditch effort for the championship? Which one of these three men was going to do it? We kind of know who was going to emerge victorious. We kind of knew, but the match did come with some surprises. Let me tell you that right now. Drew McIntyre coming out there, power bombing both right here. Jacob Fatu through the table right here. He was trying to screw Jacob Fatu and Sami. He power bombed Jacob Fatu through the table. Well, he did to Sami Zayn. Well, he was trying to help Sami Zayn. He said he wants a little bit, he believes Sami's a little bit in him. He tried to use Sami Zayn to pin over Cody Rhodes, and Cody Rhodes kicked out at the last second. Cody Rhodes set up Sami Zayn to hit the crossroads and got the 1-2-3. Cody Rhodes pinned Sami Zayn. I want to show you that picture right here. This is the crossroads victory right here. Cody Rhodes hitting Sami Zayn. Cody Rhodes right here. I want to show you that before we leave out. Cody Rhodes hit the crossroads and get the 1, 2, 3. And we got a new winner. Cody Rhodes advances on to the Elimination Chamber at the Drew McIntyre at the Sami Zayn. Dreams got cut short, as well as Drew McIntyre must find a way to not Cody Rhodes get the mania, but it's going to be hard. Cody's got to say he's not going to point the WrestleMania sign yet. He wants to get through the chamber and win the chamber match to earn himself that spot. So that could be the case. So Cody Rhodes emerged victorious in the men's Elimination Chamber qualifying match. All right, we move over quickly to Wrestling Hot Topics. Wrestling Hot Topics, we want to talk about this right here. Former WWE Women's Champion Jazz has made an announcement that she's going to be full-time as a performance center coach. So Jazz, well, a lot of knowledge she's bringing in. She was trained under the Junkyard Dog. She worked under Paul Heyman, Vince McMahon. So Jazz got a lot of experience and a lot of tools, but she can probably help the women's division, especially like some of the black female wrestlers, find their edge, find their aggression, because Jazz was that. She was a technical wrestler, but she had a lot of edge. She had a lot of grit her days in ECW. But Jazz, really a good fit for WWE's Performance Center as his coaching staff. So kudos to Jazz. This is Black History Month too. So kudos to her on that. Also, too, TNA held no surrender. As we said, and I told you yesterday on the TNA Ring Report that Trey Miguel was going to win the International Championship. And lo and behold, Trey Miguel wins the International Championship over Stacks, with Trey Miguel winning. But Stacks may not be a title left alone. He may have lost the international title, but his fiance is going to be gaining the Knockouts Championship. Lord, what that's going to do. But we'll see how this is going to go forward and stuff. But Trey Miguel winning. But the biggest surprise of the night was this right here. Mickie James returns. Mickie James, the TNA Hall of Fame and multi-time women's champion, return. You got hands on the Elegance brand. I don't know why, but Mickie James, they always find a way to put Mickie James somewhere, and they did. So Mickie James back into the fray of things. So hey, you see how Mickie James do. All right. That's gonna do it for the Pro Wrestling Show. We're gonna leave you with Cody Rhodes winning the men's Elimination Chamber qualifying match to advance. And Cody get back into the saddle and go to WrestleMania and become WWE champion once again. We'll see. Thank you all for watching this edition